everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Pirate Taxi's Island Adventures. In this episode, we're going to be exploring some activities on Ward's Island, and our special guest is going to be the Toronto SUP, a great rental service for stand-up paddling boards and kayaks. So without further ado, let's go explore! So once you arrive, you just follow the path on your right, and it's about a 7-minute walk until you reach the Toronto SUP. Or if you have a bike, it's only 2 minutes. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Marie.
Hey, Julian.
How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Good. Okay, cool. Let's get to know this business a little better. First of all, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, my name's Julian Ganton. I'm the owner of Toronto SUP.
Would you like to introduce your business a little better, or this products and service that you offer?
Yeah, so Toronto SUP, we've been around for, well, this is actually our 10th season in 2023. So we've been around for quite a while. And it's been evolving every year. Actually, for the past 3 years, we've added kayaks to our offering. So we've got stand-up paddleboarding and kayaks now, as well as corporate team building programs. We've got a kids camp and a variety of different, on and off water experiences.
Cool. What inspired you to open a business here on the Toronto Islands?
Good question. Well, I had finished school, I guess, and I did 7 years of post-secondary, and still really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I thought I would pull from my more unique experiences and see if I could do something fun in the summer to see if something could come of it. Kind of started as a fun kind of side hustle thing before I started my actual career, and it ended up being my actual career.
Yeah.
So I did a bit of schooling in Hawaii and did a lot of traveling in places with a lot of the surf and SUP culture. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool if we brought that here, right? And kind of made it our own, though. We're not, adopting a different culture. We're creating our own culture of stand-up paddleboarding and water sports in Toronto. Right?
Yeah.
So that was pretty exciting to me, and it's been flourishing ever since.
Nice. That's a great story. Cool. So when you want to rent a stand-up paddling board or a kayak, are there any requirements that you have to bring something, you have to have a minimum age or something?
Yeah, there's lots of requirements, but most people can do it. So our first is, can you swim? So to be able to do any on-water experience, it's a good idea to know how to swim, just in case you did fall off your board or boat.
Yeah.
And then of course we have age requirements. So if you're going to go on your own, you need to be at least 16.
Okay.
Your waiver has to be signed by your adult or guardian. And if you're going to rent, you should have some experience paddling at least. We will give you a screening when you get here. So if you are not up to par on those skills, we can turn you away or suggest taking a lesson, right? So we do offer those lessons. We want to make it very clear to people that, if you're trying a new activity, especially on the water, it's a good idea to get some formal instruction in doing that, right?
And if I wanted to get a lesson, how much is a lesson?
So our group lessons for a kayak and SUP is $54 per person.
Okay. And
you can do privates for a little more.
Yeah.
But we have anywhere from 2 to 6 people in those.
Okay. And how long is the lesson? Is that an hour or?
It's a little over an hour. So we spend about an hour in the water and about 15 minutes on land.
Perfect. So if I meet all the requirements and I want to rent a stand-up paddling boards, for example, do I have to book in advance or can I just come here?
So you can do a walk-in.
Yeah.
You can show up. But we do recommend booking ahead of time. That allows you to ensure your spot, your guaranteed equipment is here, and that allows you to get all the administrative things out of the way before arriving. So you don't have to sign your waiver on site. You can do that in the comfort of your own home or on the way. You know, all of your information that we need can be done beforehand. So if you book ahead of time, it's more or less you're checking in, getting ready, and heading out, right? So the most of your time here is having fun.
Yeah, cool, perfect. So then when I come here, what do I have to bring?
Yeah, we try and make it as easy as possible for folks in terms of, you know, being able to bring things of comfort like your phone, water bottle, things like that. So the boards have some straps on the front generally, where you can put your things. And we also rent dry bags for a very reasonable cost, depending on the size. We can provide that for you. And so, yeah, you can take a phone size bag, you can take a medium bag, a large bag. You can take your things with you. You can have a picnic out there. We suggest each group carry at least a phone with them, because that allows them to see the time, and more importantly, take some photos. Because you get some awesome views, right? When you're going around, you can go through all the lagoons here on the Toronto Islands, right? And you see the skyline. That's right.
And everything.
Yeah, and there's a map here, and we've got some points of interest. I'm sure you guys will check that out in a minute. But so there's so much to explore here, and yeah, it's nice to have things with you, like water, you know, some snacks if you're going for a long time. You know, when you get off the water, it's good to have a towel. And some dry clothes, right? Because you're probably going to get wet. We always want to say, come prepared to get wet. That's half the fun. So, and we have lockers too, so you can put some dry clothes on shore.
That's good. That's good.
Just stay up to date. Join our email list if you want to learn more. We have a doggy paddle coming up. Actually, that's a new one. So you get to learn how to paddle with your dog.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's in association with a company called Doggos, and they do like dog-based events in Toronto.
Nice. I love that. That's cool. So you can eventually bring your dog.
Why not? We're dog friendly, and it's good to be able to enjoy those outdoor experiences with your pet. You don't want to leave them at home. They'd rather be on the board and in the water than sitting at home. Right?
So many dogs love the water, right? So cool. That's awesome. So what makes it unique to do stand-up paddleboarding or kayaks here on the Toronto Islands?
Yeah, so I mean, there's lots of places to paddle in Toronto. This is a really paddle-friendly city. A lot of people even own their own, and there's lots of clubs that store your equipment. What makes the island different is that we're on the only archipelago in Western Lake Ontario, which has 6 environmentally significant areas.
Wow.
So it's this spot where you can explore in the inner waterways for, you know, there's 5-kilometer long islands. There's lots of inner waterways to explore, which are protected. So it's calm, flat water generally on the inside. You've got the harbor, and then you've got the lakeside on the south with waves and all kinds of different weather. You've got white caps and waves and wind some days, and it's super calm on the inside of the channels here. Right, so it's a really cool, varied, you know, interesting place to explore. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I bet it's really beautiful in the lagoons and with the views, and there's lots of places to explore. Is there anything else you want to tell our audience about your business? Do you have any ongoing promotions? Do you have any special offers? Anything like that? Well, at the moment, we're always what we do here is we're always trying to find what's next. Like, what's our new, more exciting experience? Like, every year, we're trying to think of this question: what do people want to do? What do they want to see? So we've added in the past few years a program called Sunset Safari, which we paddle at night with glow-in-the-dark, you know, equipment, LED lights. We've got a kids camp, which is over for this year, but for 2024 and beyond, we're going to have more of a kids camp.
So what do you think is your most popular experience?
Our most popular experience is probably a 2-hour SUP rental with our normal planing board.
Okay, yeah. And you think 2 hours is enough to explore the whole islands?
Not the whole islands, but it's enough. It's a good balance to explore, you know, what's in our immediate area on this end of the archipelago, the islands, without getting like too tired. You know? So like most people, you know, 2 hours is a pretty good length of time to be out on the water. If you wanted to explore the whole island, you know, 3 or 4 hours. Okay. I mean, and you wouldn't even see the whole thing still, but you'd at least be able to go from one end to the other and kind of see a few things along the
Yeah.
way, right? But there's just so much. You could come back, 10 times and
Yeah.
see something different each time, right?
Yeah, cool. I would say let's try it out.
Yeah, sure. All right, so first thing we need to do is just get you to sign a waiver. So you
Okay.
can just initial where it says initial,
Mhm.
all the way down, and then sign at the bottom for it.
Perfect. That's it, right?
Excellent. We're all done.
Perfect.
Ready to get your PFD, your life jacket?
My life jacket,
And
yes.
your paddle.
Okay,
So come on this way.
perfect. Okay, so just like this.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's pretty good to me. And what we want is for the handle to go up to about your wrist. So right about there is good. Okay, so Marie, you've done this a couple of times maybe, or once?
Yeah, I did it once, but no introduction when I did it.
Okay, so this isn't a lesson. The purpose of this is to give you a safe experience on the
Mhm.
water and give you just the basics of paddling and making
Yeah.
sure that you're okay going around.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a screening when we get on the water.
Mhm.
But I want to make sure that you just give you a bit of a refresher on how to paddle.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do it.
So we've got your paddle sized correctly, so it's the
Mhm.
right height for you already.
Mhm.
And when we do our screening, you're going to start out on your knees. So you're going to start
Yeah.
out down low. Okay. So when you're on your knees, you're going to be holding the paddle about here and here with 2
Mhm.
hands.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far apart should your hands be? Well, if you put the paddle on your head, like so, your elbows should be at about 90 degrees. So just kind of how you are. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That's good?
And just put it out in front of you.
Yeah.
Put the blade in the water, just the
Mhm.
bottom part, and then flip your top hand around.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's kind of how you're holding the paddle when you're on your knees.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, if you want to do a forward stroke, you're just going to start up in the front and then drop your arms to the side.
Mhm.
Okay. And then just do that a few times with me. So if you keep doing this on one side, your board will eventually turn, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to switch sides every once in a while. So
Mhm.
every, say, 3 to 5 strokes to start.
Yeah.
So just take your top hand off to the bottom. Now you're on the opposite side. Correct.
Yeah.
So give me another few strokes. Exactly. Pretty good. Okay.
Perfect.
So this is how to paddle forward in a straight line.
Mhm.
Very, very basic.
Yeah.
If you wanted to stop, how do you think you'd do that?
Paddle backwards?
Exactly. And you don't even have to flip the paddle around.
Oh, I don't even have to
You
paddle.
don't even
Okay,
have to, Put it in the water and you can even push back to
Yeah.
front a little bit like you did.
perfect.
And if you do that on one side, your board's going to want to turn to that side.
So, on the other side again.
Switch. If you want to,
Yeah.
depends on what you want to do. But
Yeah.
if you want to stay straight, then just switch.
Perfect.
Same as going forward. Okay?
Cool.
And then one more thing is turning.
Yeah.
So whether you're standing or kneeling, you're going to hold up top here and here.
Okay.
So once you stand up, you'll eventually hold here.
Yeah.
But even if you want to turn and you're on your knees, you're going to hold here.
Okay.
So when we're going in a straight line, we
Yeah.
want to keep the paddle blade close to the board.
Mhm.
When we are wanting to turn,
Mhm.
we want to actually keep the paddle blade, which is this part,
Yeah.
far away from the board.
Mhm.
We actually want to paddle away and around.
Oh. Yeah.
See how we're getting into our knees?
Mhm.
We bend down a little bit, and we
And
paddle
then-
away and around like a big window.
Okay.
Get out of your way so you can try it.
Okay.
Exactly.
So just like that.
Good. So you can go forward, and then of course you can go reverse.
And then I don't have to turn the paddle,
Correct.
so I just do this.
Yes. So that's perfect.
Cool.
So you know the basics of going forward, stopping, and turning.
Perfect.
Now, you know what? Let's maybe try standing up on land.
Standing. Okay.
So pretty simple, right?
Mhm.
If we're on the board, so on the board you're going to have a little handle, a little black, or like just a hole in the board.
Mhm.
That's your handle.
Mhm.
So that's where your center of gravity should always be.
Okay.
Okay. So if I'm kneeling, it's going to be right between my legs.
Mhm.
Once I'm standing, my feet are going to replace my knees more or less.
Yeah.
Where that handle is. Okay.
Okay.
So when I do stand up, I can hold my paddle in 2 hands,
Mhm.
put my fists on the ground,
Mhm.
and then replace my knees with my feet
Just like that.
and look straight forward, holding now the top, the handle of the paddle.
Mhm.
So my knees
Okay.
are slightly bent and relaxed.
Cool.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm on my knees. I do this. Then I put it down and get up.
Perfect. And then how do you hold the paddle? Excellent. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Perfect.
Way to go.
Cool. Let's try it out.
Right on. So this is what we're going to do on the water.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go over here and we're going to grab you a board.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put this paddle away because I don't need that. All right, this looks like a pretty stable board for you. Let's see how this does.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put it in the water. Marie, you can just step very carefully with me or right after me down our ramp to the water. And something to notice while I've got the board out of the water is it's got these fins.
Yeah.
Okay, in the back.
Mm-hmm.
When we get on the board, we have to be a little further away from the shore.
Yeah.
So those don't stick in the sand.
Yeah.
Okay? If you had any personal belongings, such as a water bottle or your snacks or whatever, those can go right up front here.
Just there. Yeah.
If you needed to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we do when we get on the water is the leash, which is this part here, is going to Velcro onto your ankle.
Okay.
It doesn't matter which ankle.
Doesn't matter which side.
Not for us, not for today.
Okay. Okay.
So you can do that. You can place your paddles on the board.
Okay.
Nice. It's nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for this experience. It was so much fun on the water. You gave me great instructions. I knew exactly what to do. And even though it was kind of windy, it was so much fun. It was definitely an island adventure, and I will definitely come back here.
That's good to hear. And hey, yeah, we're open from June 1st to September 30th every year.
Okay.
For most of the day until about an hour before sunset most of the time, or about 7:30 on weekends. So we're open as much as we can be, and we really appreciate people coming to visit. It's, you know, I love seeing that excitement for people, especially if it's their first time seeing the island. And I know it wasn't your first time here, but
first time paddleboarding on the islands.
So
that was a lot of fun.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank you so much. I wholeheartedly recommend trying out stand-up paddleboarding or kayaking here on the Toronto Islands. Gather your friends, your family, or simply just take a solo trip. Whether you're a water enthusiast or you're just starting, this activity is for everyone who feels confident on the water. So come here and try it out. So the Toronto Island SUP is obviously the coolest thing you can do on Wards Island, but there's a few other activities you can find here. So one thing is, right next to the Toronto Island SUP, you see the bridge to Algonquin Island. It's a small little island on Wards Island where people live. So you can walk around there, check out their houses and their cute little gardens. But when you come, please make sure to respect the islanders' privacy. So another beautiful thing here on Wards Island is the boardwalk. The boardwalk connects Wards Island to Central Island, and people like to just go for a leisurely stroll on the boardwalk and enjoy the view of Lake Ontario. So right behind me you find the Wards Island Beach, which is probably one of the most popular destinations on Wards Island. People like to just go there, go for a swim, relax, or even play beach volleyball. So let's check it out as well. And here we are at the Wards Island beach. Now, Wards Island even has a disc golf course. It's an 18-hole disc golf course and even hosted the World Class Championships in 1987. So it's absolutely free. You just have to come here with your friends and bring your own discs, and then you're good to go and the game can begin. And they even have a pirate playground, perfect for our little pirate friends. I hope you're all even more excited to visit Wards Island now that you know exactly what to do. And after you went paddleboarding or you relax on the beach, you should go grab a yummy meal and a refreshing drink at one of the restaurants here, either the Island Cafe or the Riviera. We also made a video about these two restaurants, so make sure to check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment what you're going to do on the island next. Thank you so much and goodbye. See you next time.